How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. You caught me in a hotel. What a weird way to start a video. Well, I guess we're way into it now, but you didn't catch me. I turned on the camera. Anyway, yeah, I have a hotel room for a couple days here, as I've mentioned before, and if you're over on my Patreon account, you know full well and you were up to date when this was happening. If you're just catching this on YouTube and you want to stay up to date with me on a little bit more of a real-time timeline, I would highly recommend coming over to Patreon and joining us over there on that community. You can interact with an awesome group of people. You can support what I'm doing, have direct messaging with me, and like I said, daily updates. So I know not everybody can afford it, and that is a-okay. But if you were over there, you would have had a lot more behind the scenes on what's going on right now. What's going on right now is my parents are in town. Brooklyn's mom had to work, so it all sort of like came together in a perfect storm of awesomeness, and it allowed me to get a hotel room for myself and my little girl. Dropped her off at school this morning after a quick bite to eat down at the breakfast that is included with the hotel room here. Mom and Dad are kind of feeling under the weather. Well, Dad's doing better, but Mom was not doing as good, so she is resting up right now. We have dinner with the rest of the family later this evening, so hopefully they can shake it and feel a little bit better. And this is these are moments in my life since I started living nomadically, I suppose, right? Full-time in my tiny home on wheels, otherwise known as the good ship Lucky, which is right outside with Grace O'Malley, the Irish pirate queen. These are moments that I really enjoy because they've become more special. Probably because, by and large, they are centered around my little girl and our father-daughter relationship. I did think at the beginning of my van life that the van would work no problem to raise a little girl. And you know what? A person that's probably a better man than me could make it work. Little white Crocs. Ugh. Big green Crocs. Our pool shoes, effectively. Yes, a better person probably could make it work, but for me, my heart and soul is set on sticks and bricks. And these moments that we have when we go to a hotel, I get to sort of play house in a way, you know, get the space set up for her, and it is our home, away from home, effectively, for the entire time that we're here. The inclusion of the big fat putty tat definitely helps. Hello, you like these little breaks too, don't ya? Yeah. Little break from the good ship Lucky, although you are a very adaptable putty tat and you spring right back into action as soon as we're back in Lucky. But you would be fibbing if you tried to tell anybody you didn't like these little breaks. Live in the lap of luxury, huh? Oh yeah, you betcha. You betcha. And Brooklyn loves these moments that she can spend with Penny as well. She gets to feed her, give her treats. Obviously she could do that in the van, but like I said, it's a taste of things to come, right? And don't talk to me about taste. Go fill my bowl up with meat puck. Oh, you're so cute right now. Hello. Yeah, good girl. And it's just, I don't know. It's moments like this that get me excited to do little mundane tasks, like going grocery shopping and getting stuff ready for our meals and her lunches. Like I made her lunch for the first time ever this morning, right? I'm primarily the one that picks her up at the end of the day. And she recently switched schools and they require us to send her to school with lunch in the morning. So for the first time ever in my fatherhood life, I got to make my little girl lunch to take to school today. And I was very excited to go and pick out all that stuff. I sent her off to school with some broccoli, ranch dip, a not peanut butter and jam sandwich. What did I end up having to get? It's right over here, because now we're in the public system, right? Well, I guess even the private system probably. Wow butter, because it's always better when you don't murder your classmates. That, and then some veggie straws and blueberries and raspberries with a little fruit roll up and some Ritz crackers. Packed it up into the lunch kit that I bought her and a juice box, and it was just send her off to school like that. I don't know. It's a little thing, but it was like a big thing. If you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about. It was super cool. And yeah, that amongst everything else I get to do, right? Like I get to bring all of our stuff in, which in the past has been a little bit more frustrating than not. But I think because I finally found a groove for it, it's a lot more doable now. I've finally found a way to get things in and out of the hotel in an efficient manner, and I can bring stuff in, right? Like we've got her storybooks here and her little light that she received from Lorna. She's got her dolls, her bear, her headphones, and over here she's got her little painting station, right? This mat we've had for just over a year. We got this from Cam back last year when I was doing the Airbnb trips, when I was rebuilding Lucky into Lucky 2.0, and we used that when I was staying at Airbnbs when I would come back to Calgary to visit, because it's so hard for me to be away from my little girl. That's why when I get the question, and I get it often, expectedly, when are you gonna do some more travel? When are you gonna go here? Are you gonna go there? And I say, I would love to do all of that, and I hopefully have a very long life left to live, and I'll be able to do that. But by and large, right now, I can't imagine being away from my little girl for more than a couple days at a time. And now we're just tidying up. Because having a little girl, it's amazing how fast shit can get away on you. And the newest addition to our whole arsenal of gear that we have is this absolutely amazing blanket that was made for Brooklyn by her Aunt Stephanie, of Uncle Byron and Aunt Stephanie fame. She made this for her for Christmas, and we don't get a lot of opportunity to use it. She actually made it with the hopes of it being, we call it the cousin blanket. And Steph's hope was that Brooklyn, Noah, and baby Arthur, as they grow up, would be able to cuddle up underneath this blanket when they watch movies or whatever, when they hang out. Obviously, stuff like that is immediately super important to me. I'm a very sentimental person, especially when it comes to my daughter and my family, and I do hope that that can become a reality. It's a little bit trickier just because I'm in a different province than the rest of my family primarily. But the boys are also still growing up. There'll be plenty of time for that. But we keep it with us, and I bring it into the hotels now that we have it for Brooklyn so that she can enjoy it, because it's an absolutely incredible blanket that Steph made by hand. So huge shout out to my amazing sister-in-law for hooking us up with this awesome blanket. You keep your furry butt off of it until we get your nails clipped. Whew, that heater is just ticking away. We can turn it down a little bit. Let's go. Don't need it quite so warm. It's daytime now. It gets chilly in the evenings for sure, but calm down now. Anyways, yeah, it's fun. I like to get, when I can, get a little kitchenette as well, which is absolutely atrocious. We're going to address that right now, but it's nice to have because, again, my idea was last night with mom and dad rolling into town, well, we'll go out for dinner with grandma and grandpa. Unfortunately, they were feeling under the weather, so I got to lean into this and was able to prepare dinner for Brooklyn and myself, and we just had dinner in our little room here. And again, it's those little moments that I've done it in the van, but it's just so much easier and less stressful to do when you're preparing a meal for your kid when you're in a space like this. And it's nice too, because if you're doing the whole van life thing, you can afford to do this, right? It's kind of nice. It's also, it's interesting too, because it's almost like a double-edged sword, because it's like, it immediately is nice to be able to do stuff like this, like, you know, be able to make dinner, have a bathtub readily available, be able to wash dishes at a sink, which at this point, all I'm ever thinking about is just, where's the vinegar? But it obviously is a very nice convenience to have this, right? But at the same time, on the other hand, I'm trying to make it work in effectively somebody else's space. You know what I mean? Like if I am looking for a place for us to live, it would be the place that's, you know, a layout that appeals to me. These layouts are just sort of set, and you got to go with what you're given. And when it comes to smaller things like, do I take all of our clothes out of our bag and put them into the provided dresser or whatever? Sometimes it feels like that's a little silly, right? Because you're only here for a few days. But we've done our fair share of living out of our duffel bag, for sure, just for convenience of when it's time to come to check out. But again, lately I've been leaning into, no, let's take it out, let's put stuff in the dresser, let's see what it feels like. And I point that out to Brooke when we get here, like, this is your drawer, your stuff's in here, my stuff's in there. In this case, we're sharing a drawer, whatnot. But yeah, I don't know, it's so nice. The doing dishes part is for the birds, but you gotta do them. It's also really nice to be in a place like this time of year, because being in the van, while Lucky's well insulated and whatnot, it is freezing cold outside because it is winter in Canada right now, and the temperature got down to about minus 24 degrees Celsius last night, which is this in Fahrenheit. And well, that is fine for me to be in my little clubhouse by myself. If when it comes down to a necessity of having my daughter overnight, nah, I'd rather be much comfortable in a space like this. Cockeyed lid. So it's very cold outside, so Lucky and Grace out in the parking lot. Lucky's diesel heater is still ticking away because I like to keep my home feeling like a home. Now I've got the heater set a lot lower than it would be if Penny and I were still in her to save diesel, but just enough to keep it, like I said, feeling like a home. You don't want it to turn into a tomb and have things start freezing. Plus, you know, the EcoFlow's in there and whatnot. Cold, not good for lithium batteries. We talk about that a lot. So that's why I stopped and picked up diesel. Also with hotels like this, most of them have laundry services. Well, I would argue that probably almost every single hotel has laundry service, but the ones that we stay in also have laundry machines available to the guests. So moments like this when we're here is a great time to take advantage and get some laundry done. So that will be happening as well. That's why I had to stop and get more laundry sheets, and I thought it'd be nice to try a new scent, hence lilacs, because why not? Hello, Putty Tat. One thing I'm really bad at, like horrible habit, or I guess lack thereof a habit, is making my bed when I get up in the morning. I do it in the van every single day because I like keeping it tidy, but when I'm in a hotel, I tend to let the cheese slide off the cracker just a little bit, and we usually leave it a little bit more disheveled. So I will use this moment whilst I'm filming to make it look like I always make my bed, even though I just admitted to the contrary. This isn't that bad though. I must not have moved around a lot last night. Penny, I'm just gonna, right? Floof a pillow up over here, pull a corner over there. Hello world, be gone. Right, here, not too bad, considering there's a big fat pussy weighing it down. Yes, I was doing some editing this morning as well. All right, that's not too bad. Yeah, we're starting to get it back into order a little bit. Should we give you a little spa treatment? What do you say? And we've used it a couple times. Works pretty well too. Over here, I picked this up a while ago. This little thing right here. It's a brush that you load up with warm water, and then it shoots mist out. I don't even know if you can see that whilst you're brushing her. Let's reload it with some warm water here. And the idea is that the mist keeps her fur matted to this. It keeps it from flying all over the place, in theory. It doesn't work too bad, but... All right, we got some nice warm water there. Fill this thing up. Doesn't take much, that's for darn sure. There we go. I have no idea the brand of this. Don't come for me in the comments. It's just, I looked it up on Amazon. No, wait, this came from a store in the mall. Might have been Showcase, like an as seen on TV store. In my case, it was as seen on Instagram. All right, Miss Penny, I'm coming for you. Yeah, you want this? You like this, eh? Yeah? Give it a shot. And I feel like I'm holding it in the wrong hand. I'm not a southpaw. All right. And action. Ooh, you like this? You go like this. You keep it moving. Unlike when Brooklyn does this, she just sort of points the mist at her body and lets it build up. Yeah, there you go, Putty Tat. Pretty cool, huh? It does make her quite damp, but I mean, it's not the end of the world, I guess. She doesn't seem to mind. And the bristles are nice and soft. They're kind of rubbery. So she takes to this a lot better than she takes to the prickly brush I have. Not the deshedder that was sent to me. That thing still works really good when you gotta get those lower layers off of her. But for this, yeah, you seem to enjoy it a lot, eh? You get on your head a little bit? Not so much, eh? What if we do this side? You wanna roll over? We're getting steam all over my bed. That's great. Good girl. not too bad. Like, I thought this would be really good to have in the van because when I've brushed her in the past, you just get hair bloody everywhere, right? But with this thing and the steam, I'll show you. Turn it off. It kind of, yeah, see, I already did her once last night, so it's not that bad right now. You can see here on the brush, it builds up and makes this like little sort of puck-looking thing. Keeps the fur all together, you know, and it makes it a lot easier to remove. There you go, right? This? You like this? Again? Should we do this side a little bit more? Here, roll over. Yeah. Oh, don't worry. We'll give you some treats after this clearly trauma-inducing assault on your body. I know. I know. Good girl. Speaking of treats, we've got everybody's treats up here. We got our veggie straws, Penny's treats, my recently acquired treats, thank you again, they didn't last long, and Brooklyn's treats, along with some vitamins. Is this what you're looking for? Oh, I'm sorry. Hi. Is that what you want? You want some? Let's go. Boop. Oh, that's a good girl. Another one. Ooh. Yeah, good girl. And one more, since it was so traumatic for you. Oi! What the? Try again? Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, if we're gonna do laundry, we better do our swimsuits as well, because it's been a hot minute and they're probably chock full of chlorine. That's another thing with laundry. I was debating and waiting and doing it like tomorrow or the next day, just because obviously we will be continuing to accumulate more laundry, right? But I also didn't bring in as many clothes in the to-go bag for myself, simply because I knew I had a whole bunch in the laundry bag. That's one of those little things that I was like trying to always, well, I wasn't trying to figure it out, but it was one of those things that was like too close to see it, right? Can't see the forest for the trees, so to speak. And it's only through experience over time that you realize, well, if I'm gonna bring in a whole laundry bag full of my laundry, I probably don't have to pack a bunch of pairs of clean underwear, clean socks, clean t-shirts, because I'm gonna have it already. Because if you do that, you just got so much more to carry out to the van when it's time to go. What do we got here? Let's get this True Earth pack open. We're only gonna need, this is a pretty small load. It's probably one strip will do us. Yeah. I guess it kind of smells like lilacs. And of course, I left all my change in Lucky, so we're gonna have to go outside to get that first. I think I have enough. It's $3 per, not load, but $3 to wash, $3 to dry. Not the worst. There's definitely other laundromats out there, far more expensive. Okay. Just the jacket should do. Once more, into the breach. Miss Penny, I will be back momentarily. Oh yes, another pro tip, always make sure you've got your room key with you. My goodness, if I had a nickel. Hello, Lucky. Hello, Grace. Now, what do you have for me in terms of change, Lucky? Ooh, that's more than enough. Excellent. Down to the basement, where to keep all our riffraff. All right, we've got our laundry strip. We got our sack of Dirt Nasty. Double check. Good. that's the worst. There we go. And we're off. Hey Siri, start a timer for 23 minutes. Okay, let's get us some disposable gloves. There they are. 1 and 2. Yeah, nice and warm in here. It's also an opportunity to leave the So Cozy covers off the window, let all that stuff dry out while we're out of the van for a couple days. But in order to keep that going, we got to make sure that our diesel, is topped up. And we are only about 50% gone, but hey, we'll save ourselves the headache from having to do it tomorrow, and we will fill it up with a diesel in a Rotopacks. We will also remember to bring our water pick into the hotel with us. I missed you, old friend. I need you. That bloody door. Ah, my beautiful gopher. Before I get this off, I'm going to do this so I don't have to bend down onto the ground and put the pour spout out. I'm going to go back on something I said in a previous video here as well, where when I'm filling up my diesel, it's easier and faster to just pour it out the edge of the entire fill hole here, as opposed to using this new designed pour spout. It's faster, but I would argue it's not easier, because again, I can just bring this over here with the pour spout. We get that cute little black tit right on the edge of the fill neck in Lucky, and Bob's your uncle. We fill in with diesel. And it's that simple. Quality content. Quality content. All right. Gloves in there. And then we need this, but actually, you know what? Before we head back up to the room and wait for the laundry to get done, I pay for it. I might as well use it. With Lucky not moving, she's not going to be getting much of a charge. This gross overcast. Yuck. Okay, now get your water pick. Enjoy your rest, Lucky. I also never get room service or whatever, like turn down service when I'm here. I just like my stuff to be exactly the way I left it, including you. One clean at the end. That's all the room needs. All right, clodhopper's off, and I'm a little hungry. All right, nice stand-up fridge. Not a very full fridge, but it's holding on to what we need. Oh yeah, pea pods too. Pea pods. You can be a snack later. Broccoli, get your poop in a group. Grab the necessities. Obviously, and of course. This will make me feel like I'm eating a little less. It's also nice because now I can just enjoy the afternoon a little bit, get some editing done, make sure I'm ahead on all of that stuff. Put your yogurt on the bed. Why? Where do you eat your yogurt? And then go back and get my little girl. She's got a dentist appointment tonight. Or I guess I should say this afternoon. And then again, like I mentioned, we're going out for dinner with everybody. Lindsay, Sadie, my aunt, my uncle. Amber will probably join us, and hopefully Mom and Dad are feeling up to it. And that is the plan. And it's nice to just take these slower days, slower paced days, right? Feeling very comfortable. And just lean into them. It's not an easy thing for me to do. I mentioned in a previous video that it's hard for me to just take time for myself and relax. I'm usually go, go, go. I mean, case in point. Gotta go put the laundry on, and we're also gonna stop, and we're gonna fill up with diesel, and we're gonna plug in the van. These are all things that do need to get done, so there's that as well. But there's something to be said for slowing down when the world affords you the opportunity to do so. So good. On the other hand, it might be good to just take a cue from Penny. Maybe have an afternoon nap. Brooklyn always sleeps like the dead when she's with me. But I am very geared to the good ship Lucky, so when we're in here, yeah, it doesn't go so well for me. Well, that's not going to help with a nap. Oh well, it is what it is. Hey, really quick, everybody. I wanted to let you all know that Ian Bailey, otherwise known as One Aussie's Adventure, has written a book that is now published and available for purchase. The book is called Dark Matter, The Order of the Hidden Cross, and it is already receiving pretty favorable reviews. Ian reached out to me and asked if I would mention the book here on my channel, and since he has been such an incredible supporter of what I'm doing here on YouTube, and I love to see creativity like this, I was happy to do so. He even sweetened the pot like the amazingly generous human that he is, and offered me an associate kickback program. So for every copy sold through the link in the description below, not only will you be directly supporting the author of the book, but I will also see a little bit of monetary gain from that will help get me closer towards the goals that I've laid out for myself. So one last time, if it sounds like it's something that you're interested in, link in the description below, Dark Matter by Ian Bailey, otherwise known as One Aussie's Adventure. It is the next day, next morning, actually, specifically. Just dropped the Pirate Princess back off at school, and last night when I got back from dinner, realized that Penny was out of food. Well, she wasn't out of, she had one meat puck left, which covers her for last night and this morning's breakfast. So on the way back to the hotel, I was like, all right, there's a pet value on the way sort of thing. And there is. It's not open for another 19 minutes. So here we wait. And the reason I'm here is that this is the store that carries her food. And more importantly, I remembered I had a very generous gift card sent my way. It says it right here on the inside, boom, to Penny from Gracie, who I can only assume is Roxanne and JD's master. So we wait for the store to open. We will procure a new haul of meat pucks, and we're gonna get our butt back to the hotel. And you may realize I'm now wearing my black jacket. We'll get there.
If the heart has stopped, the patient is technically dead, and you have to work to revive them to get their heart started back up again. As the resident in charge, you have to instantly give rolls to everybody. You do chest compressions, you do this, you give the medications, you monitor the rhythm strip.
Morning.
How are we doing today?
Not too bad, yourself? Oh, we got a kitty cat today. Hi. How are you? Hello. Who are you? Hi. Can I open it up and pet her? Is she friendly enough?
Yeah, I just gotta make sure she doesn't.
Oh, 100%, yeah. Hi. How are you? You're very pretty. Yes, you are. Hello. Penny would not be happy. Yeah. Okay, and what did we come here for? Not kitten. Penny is far from a kitten. Here we go. Chicken and lobster. There you go. You say thank you to Gracie? Yeah. We only went with 4 just for now. Didn't want to schlep a bunch more out and in and out of the hotel, right? Oh, you so excited? You so excited for fresh meat puck? Yeah, I bet. Good girl. I'll get these out of your way for now. Thank you again, Roxanne and JD. I appreciate that. Got that taken care of. And then, yeah, so this whole situation is happening right now. Got the jacket soaking. Because you know what? Turns out this is a really bad idea. I don't care how quality content it is. Don't be leaning your shoulder into a yuck Rotopax filled with diesel. Turns out must have been a little bit of diesel on the outside of the bottle, along with all of the filth that gets kicked up from Grace's tire. I was on my way to the dentist yesterday with Brooklyn, and all I could smell was smelling diesel. All I smell is diesel inside the Jeep. Why am I smelling diesel? I had this little mark on my white hoodie that I had hit with a Tide to Go pen, and I was like, was that where that little mark came from? Did I spill diesel on my hoodie? And I'm sniffing my hoodie like an insane person. I'm like, no, it just smells like dirty Tide to Go pen. What's happening? When we got to the dentist office, I took my jacket off and realized, yeah, there's a discolored splooge on the shoulder of the jacket. So I've been attacking it with vinegar, and I actually dissolved one of those laundry strips in some hot water this morning, and it's been soaking. I did this all yesterday. It was right there, right here on the jacket. I've just been working it with a whole bunch of stuff: vinegar, baking soda, and the laundry strip in the water. Hopefully this will finally get rid of it, because as I mentioned before, this smell of diesel is enough to drive you insane. Unless you like it, then you probably enjoy it. Moving right along. Okay, and I got an alert from the UPS store yesterday. There was a couple packages that were dropped off for me, so I figured that'd be a great way to wrap up this video so we're not getting too far behind with the absolute incredible generosity that is presented on this channel consistently. I know. You gonna sit here with me and open some of these up? And turn on our little overhead light on delay. Thank you very much. I know. Good girl. All right, so, a couple packages here. Let's start with this bad boy and see what is in here. You want to help? No? You've got no opposable thumbs. Makes it difficult. Oi! Huh. Ooh, what do we have here? This comes from Jill Hogan, and she says it's for... Oh, it's a little travel electric kettle. Well, thank you very much, Jill. I appreciate that. I know just who to pay that forward to, my dear. Thank you so very much. And I gotta get the Leatherman out. The boxes do not have an easy open tab on them. Hiya! And inside here, ooh, what is this? Oh! It's a little... Oh my goodness, I know exactly what this is for and where it originated from. So it's a little hanging motor that spins. I don't know who it's from, as there's no from tag in the box. I imagine this is for the disco ball in Lucky, because we were trying to get it to spin. I was flicking... If you weren't on the live stream, you wouldn't know. It's like a whole other beast over there on those things. But whoever you were, thank you very much. That is super cool and convenient. I didn't even know something like this existed. I really should have, but yeah, we'll hook that up on the next live stream and get that disco ball a spin in. Thank you very much. That's super cool. All right, and one last package here. Gonna tear right into this. This comes from, oh wow, this comes from the Rocky Mountain Flannel Company. Oh, this is from one of my incredible Patreon supporters. They told me they were sending it my way, and it's because I got spray foam all over my other Dixon. And they included a t-shirt. Oh, wow. Check that out. Thank you so very much, you guys. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that. I love their white t-shirts. And they also sent a red and black flannel to replace the one that I got. Oh, wow. It's a 3X. I didn't even know they made their flannels in 3X. Well, that'll definitely fit me. Let's see how long it takes for me to ruin this one. Just kidding. Thank you very much. That was very kind of you. They sent me a message. Why in this exact moment is your name escaping me? It must be too early in the morning. I haven't had my Revita yet. It was Elsie and her very kind and thoughtful husband who made the suggestion to replace my flannel. So thank you very much, you guys. I greatly appreciate that. It's very, very kind of you. The t-shirt, that is perfect as well, because as you can see, it is indeed the next day, and I'm still wearing the t-shirt from yesterday. Because when I'm in the hotel, I have a habit of waiting until the next day to have my shower. So it's time for that to happen. Get some pits scrubbed, change into the new t-shirt, and attack the day. So I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. A little bit of a different vlog this time around, but hey, it's all part of my life, and I'm very happy to be sharing it with you. Thank you for coming along on the adventure that is my life. And until the next one, just go out there, be happy, be creative, be yourselves. Most importantly, be positive. And remember, only dead fish go with the flow. Yeah, it's definitely not faster, but way less chance to be going to spill diesel all over the side at a good ship like